Welcome to Pick Central. Welcome to the best day of the year. Is myself, Big Ev, and Clemson is the best day of the year. We'll get to that. Before we get out to everything, I want to talk to you about Cosm. Cosm is a place to be for all your March college basketball. Catch all the games, cheer on your teams, and watch your bracket come to life at Cosm. That's like, it's becoming like, that's a place where, like, a sports book is always like a great place to watch. Right? It's like you're courtside for all the games.
I truly can't say this enough. Like I've never been a part of an experience like it where there's like a million screens of like other games, but the true like the big game that's on for that slate, like you literally feel like you're on the court. It's insane.
I really want Cosm. And I want Cosm to send us
a little sleeper too.
That.
Maybe I could just submit. Where is it?
So Dallas and LA.
It sounds like IMAX.
I've been to one in Dallas. Sort of. That's what I said. It's the way I compared it. It's almost like it's like virtual reality, but it's real.
All right.
Yeah.
Like that. It's so like because you feel so ingrained in it. Like when you throw on like the headsets, like you feel like you're like in like you literally when you're sitting there, you feel like you're just like you're literally front row, like your feet are on the wood at the game, like football field.
That's crazy.
Like obviously you watch a football game there. Insane. I was literally just gonna say sleep. They have like all like steaks and like great burgers and like truffle like fries and all crazy stuff.
You're like in a high-end suite.
No, they have phenomenal food. But the one sleeper, they have 3 different flavors of popcorn.
Ooh, now we're talking. Oh, I like that.
Wow.
Really?
Unbelievable.
Let me tell you
I want to go to this place so bad.
I heard from Little Birdie maybe the UR team's going back. I'm really excited. It really isn't like it's awesome. I want to watch other sports there.
Catch every moment in the hall on Cosm's wall-to-wall LED screen. Every game feeds seamlessly synced and displayed in a way that makes following the tournament effortless. Your bracket is set. Now lock in your spot at Cosm. Share your thoughts on Cosm. Head to Cosm.com to get your tickets. That's COSM.com. Shout out to Cosm. That's a ringing endorsement right there.
It really is unbelievable. It's I had Ohio State lost a devastating game, and I had a phenomenal time there.
You guys use Firefox back there? I know Firefox was still around.
What?
Firefox, like the search engine?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Never heard of Firefox?
Dukes might be a little too young.
I just have no idea what you're talking about.
This says Firefox on here. That's why I'm asking.
Meek's a freak. He maybe used
That's
it.
why I'm asking.
You like Firefox, Meek? It's all right.
We just printed out the ads.
Yeah, we know, but that's not we asked you. I said, do you like Firefox?
Why can't anyone answer a simple question? And not
I
do
used
you.
Firefox.
Why?
So crazy. That's
Why is that? Is that better? I don't know.
No, I mean I have both browsers. I just use whichever one I felt like.
Do you like the
Are
Fox?
you tired and angry?
Yeah.
He's
This
tired and
March.
angry?
I'm also tired and angry, which is not a good sign for this weekend.
Yeah.
Why are you angry?
Why are you tired?
I'm tired from last night.
Tired from last night.
Okay, that's
tired
fair.
from just having to wake up and get shit done before work. Also, like everything's just kind of like crammed in before work.
That's
And
fair.
angry we're losing all our bets.
I didn't lose my ball.
Well, I'm losing all
I was
our
up till like
bets.
2 a.m.
Well, you got a lot of bets today, though, right, Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah, more bets today, right?
I had a great-
More to lose.
Clemmer, I had a good night.
All right, good.
Actually, no. That first half under was one of the worst bets I've ever placed in my
Of all
life.
time.
But I'd honestly rather lose it like that than like a devastating beat at like the end. I'd rather just like
agree.
know it's done
There
than get
is
my
a bet
just
that gets
soul
funny.
ripped out.
There's bets that get funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
That-
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly.
Where the whole over almost hit in the first half.
Like, like there was a point where I was like, I want them to double up the over, like the total.
Yeah, they almost did.
The first half over hit with like 7 minutes left.
It was like I was watching the Warriors Mavs. Like,
The shot making was incredible.
Before we get into all the tournament talk, Clemmer, what did you want to start with?
Yeah, just real quick. The Celtics sold today. Or said they're going to sell for a record $6.1 billion. When I say record, I mean that's any sport. That's football, baseball, everything. So it sold to a guy named William Chisholm, who's the managing director and co-founder of Symphony Technology Group. I've never heard of this man. I know Jeff Bezos was involved in negotiations at one point. He obviously, I guess, got outbid. The craziest thing about all this, so the old record was Josh Harris for the Commanders.
Yeah.
Okay, this beats it by, $50 million. So it's...
Just over.
Yeah.
Relatively.
Relative, right.
Just 50 million more.
But the craziest thing about all this to me is that when you get the Celtics, you don't get a stadium. The Bruins own the Garden. So you're getting this stadium. Wow. I mean, you're getting this team, and that's all you're getting. The other thing is like, all right, so what now? So a lot of people feel like equity guys, like I guess this guy is, they don't like to rent. And for years, for really since the Garden began, the Celtics rent the Garden from the Bruins. So are they going to build a new arena in Boston for the Celtics? Are they going to build it out of, because Boston's so crammed, are they going to build it in the suburbs? So the Celtics guy could be on the move. Like they're going to obviously stay in Boston or the Boston area, but just some things to keep an eye on. But the fact that you just had a team sell for $6.1 billion is insane.
I didn't even see that, to be honest. So
It just happened.
Without the arena, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, but we obviously get the brackets, but just a wild note there. So the new record for team is Celtics, $6.1 billion.
I love that. That's a great tidbit right there.
Yeah, there you go.
To talk about. First up, before we get into everything else, I want to shout out to DraftKings no matter what, because they have a no sweat everyday parlay, which everyone needs to know about. So get in on that. I also have my 1.1 thousand people are on my bet. You have to scroll about, I think you got to go like 8 different scrolls.
All right.
But I'm there.
But you're on there.
Yeah, I'm
That's
there.
good.
After like
That's
maybe
exciting.
I think like 8 scrolls, but hey, I hate that fucking picture so much.
Is it the one of you sticking your tongue out?
No, this one.
Oh, I like that one.
I hate that one so
Which
much.
one do you like better? The one of you sticking your tongue out or that one, though?
I think this one's becoming. Because that one, this one, I look like such a douchebag.
Yeah, you
Such.
do.
That was a big time douche pose.
I don't know why I
What do you-
never.
you're
Why'd you do that?
I never
You're
do
double
that.
shooting
How old were
yourself.
I was. I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. So I was 28.
You know, that makes it funnier because probably the tongue photo was before that.
Way before.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
the
was, like,
tongue photo you
23.
hated so much. So in your head, you're like, I got to make this one my photo.
No, I didn't choose this one either. They just they make me look like such a douchebag.
I did get carpal tunnel scrolling, but it's worth it, though. 'Cause it's a good pick.
I'm like 10 down. I literally texted Jack. I'm like, Jack, where's the pick? He goes, you got to scroll. And listen, there's one.
it's a
there's
busy
one-
day.
There's
We have new
1 point,
headshots.
there's 1.1 thousand people.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
That's pretty good.
So we got Kansas minus 5.5, Gonzaga minus 6.5, McNeese plus 7.5, and Purdue plus 7.5.
Oh, I don't like McNeese much.
Plus
Purdue?
12.92.
Plus
Purdue
7.5
plus
minus.
7.
What?
You have Purdue or High Point?
Sorry, High Point plus 7.5.
So McNeese, they
Plus
just
basically plus 1,300.
they're losing their coach.
Yeah, but I think that he's been very open about it. So the entire year he's been open about it, and all his whole team knows that, and they're all like seniors. So like they're
All
playing
right.
for their
The team, the guys on the team literally joked like, "We're leaving too."
Yeah,
Like they're all like seniors
It's
who are
not
like going like.
it's not a fun.
I don't think it's like I see Clemmer still is not convinced. The
not.
face he's making.
I don't understand.
I
how you
don't. But that's a
why
weird
don't
thing
you
for
get that?
you're very big on like that. Like I feel like that's something you'd be like that. What does that matter?
Oh, I know.
You're very like straight. Like
I think it's.
I think that definitely matters.
that's very like that's. Like
I
a
can
feel
see like
thing.
you get popped in the mouth, like let's say they're down by 5 or 6, and it's like I don't know, fuck this guy. I'm not
See, counterpoint.
No, but
I see it as like one last ride. We're all
This is our
riding out
guy.
together. We're riding
This
till
is
the
our
wheels fall
guy.
off.
This-
They're not all like I know like maybe.
Well, they're like all leaving.
So every single player is a senior. I doubt that.
Most of the core, like
but
their
like-
core players are pretty much
They're-
all like
but the other
older
core
guys.
are also like transferring. Like
Yeah.
they're like they knew they were coming in. Like this is their also showcase to transfer to other schools. Like this is like their
That's
big
true.
stage to
That's
show
true.
like, hey, I can play with these guys.
Then you might play selfishly.
here.
I'm on Clemson.
Will Wade has been one of the more transparent guys I've ever seen going through this kind of thing.
Crazy, actually.
Most of them are so shady and like try to hide it, and everyone kind of like knows about it. He's been like very kind of like
also-
I think the players have known about this before we all.
I liked his press
I think a
conference
month-
afterwards.
I think a month.
He like that's what I'm saying. Like
go to Clemson?
they've known for a long time. Have been playing well through it. I think it actually doesn't hurt them at all.
Will Wade. Where did Will Wade go to school?
And
Went to Clemson, no?
he did go to Clemson. He
So
said
is
like
it-
something like, "I'm going to do the." Oh, so
Little motivation.
can
Yeah.
I tell you? Yes, and it's his first taste of ACC play. I actually, I don't really give a fuck about the. I think some teams will affect, like Willard talking to Nova. I think is going to
Is-
affect the Maryland.
that's-
Yeah, that's a little
bad.
sketchy for
But
sure.
I think
You
when
know
it's
I
like a
love
Brian
Maryland.
Odom at VCU, and it's like if you're just being transparent with the players, and like you have a senior laden team that's not, you're not worrying about keeping people back at VCU. You're just focused on one job.
Yeah.
If you have your assistant coaches kind of working the portal for you right now, you focus on this. But McNeese is an interesting situation where I love them round one because it's kind of going to be like this is our last hoorah, and then I just think like if Purdue makes it, like they're just going to blow the doors off McNeese. Not blow the doors off, but I do think this is like their last
I'm just so
game.
don't believe in Purdue where I don't think they're gonna lose to High Point, but I don't know. I gotta tell you, this bracket
It's March.
has fucked me up. This is my worst bracket I've ever done.
Oh no!
This is my best.
Wow.
I
Yes.
love that we both don't know.
No,
so I actually
have
might
two
win then.
I have two perfect brackets with
Of course.
two different results.
Wow.
Of course you do.
First time ever, Clemmer.
That's hard to do.
I'm not going to change mine anymore.
Some
but
say statistically impossible.
who is your guys? We're going to go through every single game after this, okay? But what is your guys' Final Four? Everyone say your Final Four, because I'm not
Legit
changing mine
one?
anymore, and because it's going to be locked after this. We're all in a group together. We're all going to keep looking at it. So what is your guys' Final Four?
I have Auburn, Florida, Duke, and Tennessee. Pretty chalky.
Mine's really chalky too, to be honest, because I think Houston and Duke, I would genuinely be surprised they didn't make the Final Four. Truly surprised. I think they're both that good, and just the way Duke, I think, is that good. Houston, I think the brackets unfolded like in that way, and then
Duke, Houston,
Michigan State, I'm taking. I don't know. Auburn has just kind of lost me a little bit, and I like Auburn. I hope for them they rally, but yeah, Michigan State, and then Florida. I literally have 3 1s in it too. Florida, I think Florida is that good. I still think people are like making them out to be like, oh, they've almost become so sexy that we talk about the tweet where it's like, oh, like you're casual picking Florida, but it's like if you've been watching all year, they've been this dominant all year. They lost like 4 games. I think they're that good too. So yeah, Florida, Michigan State.
that's my upset. I got Duke, Maryland, Auburn, and Houston.
You think Maryland? Maryland's like such a weird team. They're sexy. Like they fall under these all top offense defensive categories and stuff. I don't know. I just don't. They're just too inconsistent.
I think Maryland has two easy first games. I think. Obviously, they can lose the first game to Grand Canyon.
What's their second
Did you see my
matchup
bet?
if it held?
Did you see my bet?
No.
I think I took Maryland. I think Maryland and Texas Tech. Those not making the Sweet 16 would be the biggest shock of the tournament for me.
Yeah, I have Maryland and Texas Tech playing each other in the Elite Eight.
The Maryland shit is really worrying me with Willard. I took them out of my Final Four.
I just don't think I don't know. The guys are still. Willard's still going to coach. Like, I get what you
They're
mean.
not even turning it down. They're not. Maryland and Willard won't even answer it. It's
But,
not
like,
like they're not doing the Will Wade
The
thing.
funny
like,
thing is,
yes,
though,
I am
like a
talking to
lot
Villanova.
of those guys are like already know if they're transferring or not. Like, I do feel like it's like so different now. Because like when the coach left, it was like we can't leave for 2 years or a year. It's fucked up.
Think about
Now
it though.
it's like
Even if he stays, it's a distraction in the locker room. You can
Definitely,
pretend
it's definitely something to talk about for sure. I just don't know how much, but I think you're right. I could see that. I mean, listen, I couldn't have 4 1s in my Final Four where I was like, I can't have it.
Right.
I picked all ones.
Did you really?
That's fine.
I picked
That's
all
fine.
ones.
That's fine. Yeah.
I think it's pretty top heavy. I really do.
This feels so. For transparency, I won't be shocked. My take in the whole thing is, I think one of those top 4 teams is going to win it. I'm not breaking news there.
No, I
In
think
my
everyone
bracket,
pretty
I
much
picked
agrees.
Houston and Auburn because if you just go off the brackets, who the people is everyone's going to pick? Everyone's going to pick Duke. Everyone's going to pick Florida. Everyone's going to pick Auburn. Like Houston was probably the 4th or 5th team, so I had to do something a little bit off the boat. And
I think it all going to come down to like your Elite Eight picks this year because like
I do too.
Final Four is going to be pretty chalky. I think, but also whenever we think it's going to be chalky, crazy shit happens.
But also, you
would
can
you
have.
guys be that sorry? But do you guys think you'd be that fucking surprised if Gonzaga like beat Houston or like?
I personally would be pretty surprised.
I'd be shocked.
I just don't like Gonzaga. I'm just not
I don't
crazy
either.
about them.
But like, would you be shocked if UConn beat Florida? Yes, I'd be a little shocked. But it's also
I wouldn't be like my mind wouldn't explode.
Just
watching since November 14th.
No, that's our problem.
No, but I'm saying watching since November 14th, yeah, I'd be shocked. These
No,
teams,
dude,
these
that's
teams
what
aren't
I'm
just
saying,
like good.
though.
These aren't like even UConn good last year. These are historically good teams.
No, I know, but that's what I'm talking about, dudes. Like me and you and Ev, who are watching these games, I know how bad UConn's defense is. I know how bad it is.
No. It's not UConn.
No, I know. I understand.
Florida is.
I understand, but I'm saying we do know. But then also, like, Clemmer, who's coming, like, knows UConn. They'll be like, oh, it's not that crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it is a thing where it's like a lot of people wouldn't be shocked. Us.
The more casual people wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, and
I'd be shocked if these 4-1 seeds weren't at least in the Elite Eight.
Me too. I'm with
Mind
you.
blown.
Yeah, I'm. But I want to go.
Auburn's the only one.
Gonzaga?
Auburn's the only one I wouldn't be like totally mind blown.
I almost think people are sleeping on them too much now. But
It might be.
One thing I want to say about the Houston Gonzaga game, I'm like a huge Gonzaga guy. If St. Mary's was giving you fits defensively and was making you uncomfortable in the WCC, What is Houston going to do?
Great call, Dukes. I agree.
That was when I was like, I'm not even fucking overthinking this. In
Me
one
too.
bracket, I had Gonzaga going to the Final Four, and I was like, this is absurd.
It's also becoming a sexy like TikTok thing. where
White
it's
dudes
like,
from St. Mary's were giving you problems. Fits defensively.
But it's becoming like
Wait
a
till
sexy thing
Kelvin
on
Sampson gets some prep on you.
on
ding, ding,
TikTok.
ding, ding.
You guys are gonna hate my Final Four. I have
Yeah.
Michigan.
No, I wasn't talking at all. Yeah.
We need Meek's Final Four though. We do need it.
Go ahead, Meek.
I mean, we're all doing our Final Four.
Yeah, you're doing a good
Oh
job.
yeah.
I have Michigan, Florida, Duke, and Gonzaga.
Ooh, Gonzaga.
Couldn't hate that more, but good for you.
Well, he has Duke in there.
Who's your champion?
You could hate it more.
I'm giving Duke like an easy matchup in the Final Four.
I'm
your
okay
champion?
with that.
Thank you,
I saw
Meek.
it's Duke. He picked Duke.
That's my guy.
There you go. See?
My guy. That's my guy, Meek.
Look at it. And look at mine, Marty, right there.
Yeah. Well, I know you were picking him. You have him to win the whole thing.
Duke.
I picked Houston to try to win the bracket. Because all you motherfuckers going to pick Duke. You have to stand out somehow.
Houston.
That's the last
if
Duke's
Houston wins,
mentality.
Stand
I'm
out.
a huge
You
payday.
just gotta pick who wins. You know.
All right.
But
Pick a winner and you'll be
No,
fine.
but with you guys, no, because when half you pick Duke, you have to separate yourself some way.
But if we still get the
You,
points,
you, listen,
they
you have
win.
you have to usually have to pick the winner to win, unless somebody like crazy wins.
Yeah.
But
Well, when Duke wins, well,
'cause for me, it's like if Houston wins, like I'm probably gonna win. That's how I see it. There's probably maybe a couple. I haven't looked. Maybe a couple that picked
Right.
Houston.
we
I'm
don't
not
know
sure.
till 12. We'll see everyone's winner at 12. Maybe we could look at that when we go on the show.
Probably won't until 12:15 is tip.
It's 12:15.
I think so.
I think just ideally the show would be over by then, because then people could we could go
yeah.
watch the games, or you could go watch the
12:15.
games. I'll watch some of the games.
Yeah, it is 12:15. All right, so let's go through. Everything. Creighton, Louisville. I have Creighton plus 3.5. It's gone up a little bit. I think it was 2.5. I have Creighton plus 3.5. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think I went too much into Louisville being home. They're disrespected in this way instead of the UNC way. I could see this one being like, yeah, they were seated in the right spot. They lost to fucking Creighton.
I took Creighton too early. I got him plus 2.5.
I have 2.5 as well. I mean, I think Creighton's good. I think Kalkbrenner's.
I have.
I think Kalkbrenner's the X factor.
3.5 right now though.
Having just such an anchor on the inside, like a veteran.
He's the one. I don't
And
even like
he
him.
was a crucial part of the team that made the Elite Eight run a couple years ago. Got their hearts ripped out by San Diego State. Yeah, I think he's the X factor, and I think this is tough. Where like they both are really well coached. Like McDermott's a great coach, Kelsey's a great coach. I'll take the size and the defense with Creighton.
Yeah, I took. I actually took a money line plus 130. That was.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I think that's a good line, a good number on that.
Yeah. 3.5. Yeah.
I mean, we talked about for years, like in the spreads don't matter thing.
Yeah.
Like in the tournament, they
They really don't.
it's crazy. Like most of the time, even with big numbers, like when they cover, they usually win. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. I was trying to verify my location. Next game is at 12:40. High Point, Purdue. High Point's been getting a lot of buzz. It's first time in the tournament. They played well this year. They're plus 8.5. What's your guys' thoughts?
I'm on high. I took High Point early. I have High Point plus 9, and I love the over. I think both
153.5?
Yeah, I think both defenses stink, especially Purdue's. But I think Purdue's definitely going to get theirs. Like Braden Smith's going to have a day. Probably he's going to score a
It's
lot.
8.5 now, so it's going a little down. So you got a good number.
It's kind of because I think it opened even at like the early open was like 10, and I think it immediately got bet down hard. It was not even like 7.5. But yeah, I think they can hang. I just think they're going to be able to score. I think they're both going to score quite a bit. I like the over more, but I'm also on High Point.
Me too. I just there seems to be a lot of momentum toward High Point, and I don't know.
I don't like. I'm just not a believer in this Purdue team, which would be like funny. This would be the team that like makes a run when like no one expects it, but they don't. Obviously like no Edie this year. They don't have the size at all really that they've had in the past. Even like pre Edie.
I have Purdue winning in our bracket though.
I agree with you with the defense thing, but I said this last time in the stream. People are pointing out Purdue's defense. I love High Point. High Point could shoot their way into the round of 32, but High Point's defense is atrocious.
No, that's why I love the over more because
Yeah,
they're
I'm
like
with you.
Purdue's going to get theirs. They're going to
Yeah.
score.
Like, I have a really hard time believing. I know Edie's not here, but this core of players that have been through the 16 Fairleigh Dickinson team won't be taking like. I have a hard time thinking that they'll lose this game, even if
Fair.
it's close. I'm taking the tournament experience. I'm taking Braden Smith.
I'm taking for bracket wise. I'm taking Purdue. Would you be shocked though if they lost?
You know what? I would be shocked if they lost.
Shocked.
Really?
I love High Point too. I was talking myself into them early. The more I think about it, if you told me in 3 years Braden Smith would go out to 16 seed Fairleigh Dickinson. This is the point guard who's going to control the tempo of the entire game. Out to 16 Fairleigh Dickinson, national championship loser, and then out in the first round to High Point. I'd be shocked.
But this is kind of like Painter's done this like quite a bit. Like this like they're definitely like
I
they're
get
definitely
the
like
coaching
familiar
things.
with getting upset in the first
I get
round.
the coaching thing. I'm more of like, this team and this group has been through this already. I cannot see it happening again.
They've definitely, like, obviously, like Braden Smith's still there, but they've definitely lost some guys from last year.
Gillis, like
Yeah, he's on a
Edie,
better team.
but they still have Lawyer. They still have Trent Kaufman-Wren. Like, I don't know. They still have First. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
still
their
the same
matchups
group in
too
They're just
are
like they're just an uninspiring Purdue team compared to the last few years.
Dickinson, we were saying like, oh, the guards are so young. Like, what are they going to do? And everyone was right about that. Like,
Yeah.
what, the guards choked under pressure. Now these guards are older. I don't. I
No,
cannot
I
see
don't
it.
hate what you're saying because I also think Purdue is someone that like people want to see upset because we've seen them get upset a lot.
It's
and,
familiar.
like, it's familiar, and like I do think that they have a not the worst route to the Sweet 16. Like it's Clemson or McNeese next too. Like I don't think it's that hard.
And Clemson,
Exactly.
Clemson with no Hunter, which I think is a big deal.
Yes, I do too. And then after that is I have Montana plus 16.5 against Wisconsin. From 1:30 to 3 o'clock, it's not great games.
Having 2 1 seeds at the same time in the first round is tough.
I don't understand
Having
why.
Bama, yeah,
Oh
like,
yeah, I see what you guys
But I
saying.
guess you got to get through them early in the day because the night slate's unbelievable.
but like tomorrow they separated them. Like I think it was just it was weird to me to put them
Yeah,
both at the same
Duke
time.
said 2
Yeah.
and then when's Houston?
I think Florida plays like at night, like
Florida.
at like 7, like one of the 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I think you got to separate. Back to back is like, all right, we get it.
Because like you're gonna look up, you're gonna have a low potentially where like they're both in the like early second half. There's like the only games on, and they're both up like 30.
Yeah, it's minus 28.5 and minus 32.5.
I actually I faded Houston just because they're my bracket busters team. I was like, fuck it, I guess I'll ride plus 28.5 on
Yeah.
Edwardsville.
If you guys wanted a big spread I looked at, I'm obsessed with Evan Mead. I've talked about him all year long. I think he has the best analytics. He says that in his predictive measurements that Florida plays way better against top end competition and tends to play worse against bad. He has Norfolk State at 20.
And
the
it's
spread's
like
28.
29?
Yeah.
28, 29.5.
So I took Norfolk.
So I will be taking Norfolk tomorrow. That's the easiest.
Yeah.
You don't have to say much to convince me like that.
The 1 seeds tomorrow play at 250 and 650, so they are more spread apart.
I am glad Duke just get. This is just go. Get
No, having
St. Mary
the
might
early
score
game is
100,
nice.
but
Having the early game is nice.
yes.
Get out of the way. You don't want to sit there and be waiting for like your game for
And I have
2
to.
days.
My bracket buster, I have to wait for 2 days. For
Me
mine.
too. Mine's at 7 o'clock.
That's what I like.
tomorrow.
That's the only thing with
9.
Houston. I like getting out with Edwardsville. Get out at 2 o'clock today. Just get out of the way.
Mount St. Mary
Shock
was
the world.
striking some fear into you.
Shock
last
the
night.
world.
Mount St. Mary was no, they're not, but it was. They were shooting fucking out everything last night. What do you guys have any thoughts on Montana and Wisconsin? I'm all over Montana 16.5.
So we're doing that Regs thing, which is like it's like a survivor pool. So I'm taking Wisconsin for this game because I don't trust them the rest of the bracket. If that makes any sense.
I have same here, but that's what
But I'm not betting this game.
Yeah,
I just don't trust Wisconsin.
this line. I like Montana that many points.
It's a lot of points.
I'm on the over.
152 and a half.
I actually shout out Sniper. It was a good. I took it like 3 days ago. It was 148.5
Oh, there you go.
on I guess what it was Sunday night or Monday
That's
Monday
a
morning.
huge difference.
That's a
Went up
nice.
a lot,
That's
yeah.
4
So
points.
I have that. So hopefully it's a real, not hanging a CLV banner in a few days or later today when it doesn't matter. But I like the over. Also Wisconsin. I wonder how much like their like the tired legs just played like 4 or 5 days or 4 days in a row. I always go back and forth how much that affects college kids. Like all these kids, like they used to, like I know AAU's not quite what it was, but all these camps and they're used to playing a ton of games in short amount of days. And
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just think Montana. I just don't think is going to be able to stop them. But I kind of like their offense. I think they'll be able to score. I think it gets up there.
I will say what you said. Like, no gamblers love nothing more than saying they got a good number and then just go quiet when it didn't matter at all.
Because that's called the CLV trick.
Yeah, but that's every advantage you can get. It feels
Besides
good.
You motherfucker with Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, well, the Dallas Mavericks, I got a great number. That was the smartest thing I've ever done.
I mean, the other day after I was crashing out, I took the Warriors early in the day before the Nuggets and the Jokic and Murray were sitting. Get them 4.5, they lose outright.
I'm not.
And it was 12.5. I got 8 points on it, and they never they led by I don't think they ever were covering at any point in the game.
That kid that has Florida plus 6,000, they're plus 380 right now.
Yeah.
I wonder. I don't know exactly what the cash out would be, but would you cash out if you could right now?
Yeah,
Or
it
when would you
depends
cash
on-
out?
I think I'd ride it out a couple more because
I'm him.
they're not going to lose to Norfolk.
Probably also bet a low amount on it because it's a 6,000. I mean, he might have not. I don't know. But, I would wait until at least today.
I'd
At least
wait till
tomorrow.
Honestly, realistically, it's not going to go up much
Not
from
gonna go
beating.
much.
Final
It's
Four?
probably going to basically be the same.
I'd wait until at least his Sweet 16 to
I would
start
do Final
looking
Four.
at
I
it.
think.
Because
I'd be that
also, when
confident.
I'm different, though. When I do it, I'm doing it to prove a point, not the money.
You are different.
Very different.
The thing with Florida, if you can ride them out to the Final Four, you could find yourself in a hedge spot.
Yeah, huge one.
And that's where I'd be willing to try to hedge or middle potentially. If they're maybe they're, I don't know, just depending on how it unfolds. Say they're a 3-point favorite over whoever, and then you can bet the other team plus 3, and who knows.
I have Florida as my one seed that's not in there because one, everyone's saying how good they are because everyone now all of a sudden figured it out because that's what happens a lot. Last year, they've been way better than Auburn was last year throughout the year. But Auburn won the SEC tournament. Everyone's like, "Oh, Auburn's good." They lost to Yale in the first round. I don't think that's gonna. That was also a 4 seed. Florida is becoming, and also Florida's the hardest bracket.
I think so too.
Hardest region. So that's why I'm that's one team that I'm obviously I don't know if it's gonna happen, but that's the one I have getting picked.
Also, even though I love Florida, I'll say this is a Bosco stat that Golden's never won a tournament game.
Oh,
Their head coach, he's 0-1 in the tournament. I think the only coach ever to do it is Kevin Ollie.
wow.
To have no tournament wins and then just go win the whole thing.
Best coach there was.
Yeah, so
I was,
just a little tidbit.
I was trying to be silly, and I was going to bet all the number 1 money lines, just the 1 seed, and it ends up Duke doesn't even have one.
They don't have one.
So it leaves you with 3. You do that, it's minus 5,000, so you bet $100, you win 2.
Someone.
I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Someone bet Houston, and they bet it saying, I'm going to get the extra guac at Chipotle. They bet $5,000 to win $5,025 on Houston money line.
I'm going through. I bet Bryant money line today. I told you guys last night. The Michigan State fans are taking it so personally.
Yeah, someone said show your bet slip, which you did show your bet slip, but they said show your
You know why I
money.
didn't put the wager? Because I was like, if I put $10 to win
Yeah.
120, people are gonna be like, oh my, it's a plus 1,200.
Dude, it doesn't
It's also
No, I
that's a
know.
sprinkle.
No,
That's
no.
fine. That's
No, but
totally
you can
fine.
bet
I'm
$200
comfortable-
on
I'm
a
comfortable
game?
with it, but it's what do you want to see? The $10? You want to take my $10?
You
and,
can
wipe
bet
your tears with it?
$200 on a game and someone be like, "Oh, what
Oh,
a
what are
pussy.
you?
That's
Yeah.
all you bet."
Right.
It's bro,
No matter what you know.
People forget I wasn't here before the pen money.
you gotta talk. You
I
gotta.
wasn't in Milton.
You also gotta, pay rent. You gotta pay.
I don't care.
Besides me.
I don't unless you're crazy rich. Everybody sprinkles $10 on stuff. I don't care how much money you have. Everyone does that.
No, yeah.
That's
It's also
not
depends
true.
how I.
If you're really rich and they're not doing $10.
I said unless you're really rich. I said.
Oh, okay.
It also-
So unless you're crazy rich, anyone who's upper middle class or lower is sprinkling $10 on
You
stuff.
will-
That's very
I-
relatable.
I think I'll resonate with this. When I'm doing well, my unit size changes.
Of course,
Let's just say it's
yes,
been tough.
Of course.
Yeah, dude.
My unit size is very small.
let me
I
tell you
I
something,
cannot
dude.
go through this week without it.
If
That's betting responsibly.
If VCU wins today, I'm going to be betting
You're
astronomically
getting extra.
different.
You're getting extra guac at
Oh
Chipotle.
my! I'm gonna buy Chipotle. If that happens. I'm gonna be betting. I'm gonna be hitting rockets while teams are playing.
and I'm with you on VCU. You know I am.
Yeah.
But I hate how many people are on it now.
Yeah.
I'm not even getting scared of it.
No, I'm not either. Actually, I'm gonna skip the 1 games unless anyone has anything they really like.
My plan.
Yeah, I took my bracket team just to ride with the team.
I go almost back to the first games of the year when I say when it's 25 plus, I take the favorite team.
Okay.
They are that much better than
Yeah.
these fucking teams. They really
like
are. But
Houston.
a lot of the teams do if you want. Houston is a team that's gonna
Squish.
suffocate them, and Auburn also beats the living shit out of teams. And it's hey, they're in state. Maybe they want to beat them even more. I don't know. McNeese Clemson.
Yeah.
I'm on McNeese plus 7.5. I think that's a big number for, like, I know everyone likes them. Everyone loves the 12-5, but like we said, Clemson with the injury, I don't know. I think they are a different team without him. I'm going McNeese plus 7.5. I think it's their time to figure it out, you know?
Yeah, I like him too. The veteran-laden team. I think the Hunter injury is really, really big, especially defensively. I think it's huge for Clemson. A really big loss. Literally the only concern I have with McNeese is that they just play in such a dog shit conference. That's my biggest concern.
They at least got tested outside the conference.
They did, and they played well, and they changed their starting lineup, and they're like way better.
Yeah.
Kadir Copeland is a high major player. I think DJ Richards is a name to keep an eye on. Someone that could just like shoot the lights out of the ball. I like them. They could rebound, and obviously this is taking the numbers that they did in a shitty conference with smaller competition, and I think probably using the percentage against like the ACC opponents. I think they'll be fine. It's not like Clemson is rebounding the shit of the ball defensively. I think
for sure.
Get some second chances. It's Will Wade. Like he recruited guys that were at high major programs.
Yeah, no, 100%. Next game is VCU.
I'm on Clemson, by the way, in that one.
Oh, you're on
just because the coach, even McNeese. So maybe that backfires. We'll see.
Amir Khan. Is that his name? The manager?
Which manager?
McNeese?
Oh, yes. I think, yeah, he signed 3 NIL deals. God bless him.
Yeah.
Also, that song being like a TikTok, it came out in 2016. That's so fun. TikTok's fascinating. Like, I wonder if this dude was even still rapping. He just had a song that just became like a hit.
Yeah.
And just like literally like 8-9 years later.
Ooh,
that song, like it can't even, it's not even Kyle McCord, the one when he comes out with the boombox.
Yeah.
Like that song, it was either 2016 or 2018 it like came out.
You're gonna say it happened
became
more
big
and more.
like
Soon,
like in the last like year.
these guys would be dead and they'll have hits after they're dead.
Crazy, just at like TikTok.
The way technology is, yeah.
And then like it became like the locker room, like post locker room, like selling song.
Sorry, I have to tweet something for Jack.
Look at Marty double.
Yeah, listen.
Look at that. You're doing.
Yeah, we got VCU, BYU.
Yeah,
I'm on. I love
everyone's
VCU.
On VCU, the spread has gone down too. It was at 2.5. It's to 1.5.
Yeah, I have 3.5.
I want to move on to the next game though, because honestly I need to stop talking about VCU. I need to get it out of my head because I have them to the Sweet 16. I need them out.
So do I.
Ev is big on Georgia, right? Georgia.
I love Georgia. It was the first.
Oh, all right.
It was the first bet I put in. When I saw the line, I immediately bet it.
You don't like Gonzaga?
Why?
I just think Gonzaga's overrated. I think Georgia's a little underrated. I think Georgia's really talented. I mean, Newell's probably a lottery pick. They got a bunch of guys, man. Like Kane can shoot. Like they have a real team, a legit team. I just Gonzaga. I just don't like. They're fine. Like I don't think they're bad. I thought this line was going to be like 3. And I even thought I probably would have taken Georgia then. Like I think Georgia's very live to win this game. Also they've been playing good coming into this game. Like they beat Florida recently. Like they basically only Florida's like lost only in the last like month or two. They beat a few. They beat Texas. They beat a few good teams. I think they're. I just think they're legitimately.
Georgia.
I think they're legitimately a good
disagree
team.
with you, but I don't know. Like 6.5 is also a pretty big number.
I was just surprised at how big the number was.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be much closer to even.
These 8-9 games, as we all know, it's such a fucking toss-up. Like, it really, really fucking is.
But Mark Few's a good coach. Like, maybe he's finds something, he sees something I don't.
But I really hate how much shit on TikTok I see is like, Gonzaga was top 15 in Ken Palm. It's this trapezoid. They're all the way up on the trapezoid. I hate these days before the tournament because everyone's a college basketball savant, and then I listen to all of them.
Well, they're the analytics darling this year.
Yeah,
like they're Ken Palm have them as top 10 team. I just can't like fathom. My eyeballs watching like this team is just not a top 10 team in the country.
I do think
I just don't see it.
I think the best like 5 players. I think Gonzaga might have 5 players that all outmatch Georgia's best player.
Ozzie Newell's gonna be a lottery pick. They don't have anyone better than. They don't have anyone better than Ozzie Newell.
Braden Huff is a top 5 to 10 player in NCAA basketball right now.
I would disagree personally. I don't see that. I think he's a good player. I just don't. Ozzie Newell's phenomenal.
Yeah, he is a lottery pick.
Osmondale's really good, really good, and it just top
Yeah, I
10 in the
don't know.
country.
I
I
would-
think
That's
is
the
it.
guy that was on
I would take
Cooper
Iki.
Flag's team, right?
I would take Nembhard. I'd take Huff. And again, like I don't think that lottery pick really translates to like being like a better college basketball player. We see it with Ace.
He's
Bailey.
had a great year. Yeah, but Osmondale's been, at least the team's been a lot better than Rutgers.
I'm not saying that, but like lottery pick doesn't really like do anything for me for being like better. Like sure, like better NBA prospect, but like better NCAA college basketball player. Huff is going to be a
That
4-year
doesn't-
player. Look
it
at
do-
Drew Timme. Drew Timme was a better college basketball player than a bunch of lottery picks.
I guess, but
Yeah, but on different teams, I get what you mean, but like,
he also was playing with lottery picks too.
yeah,
Like he was playing Jalen Suggs, lottery pick.
Corey Kispert,
Yeah, Kispert was back end of the lottery.
yeah,
like even when I'm looking at this, Gonzaga has two top 30 guys off the eye.
also like they
Braden
were,
at 4,
we're playing worse
Nembhard at
competition.
29.
Like yeah, they could pad their stats a little bit too.
Yeah, but this is analytics. It's not like raw numbers. Raw data is.
I think both can be true, and I think saying all 5 are better than their 5 is. A little,
I mean, I'm at
And
least.
they have 5 players better than anyone Georgia has. I think that's a wild
That's a
statement.
little-
It might be, but
Yeah.
I would all 3 for sure. Graham Mickey, Braden Huff, and Ryan Nembhard. I'll take against any of Georgia's guys.
like the lottery pick for Georgia is better than one of the 5 guys on that team.
I think
Yeah,
he's
I
better
don't
than
think
all
so.
of them.
This shows we locked in. 4 o'clock is VCU. 4:30 is this Gonzaga.
This is for me, like this Georgia game is.
big hour.
It's not even like Duke's.
Bigger, big couple
and
hours.
I'm really not an analytics guy. Like I really try to like take into account both. I really do. I don't like hate analytics, but this one specifically, I just like firmly disagree with the analytics on Gonzaga. So this has become like, and I'm just an anti like WCC guy. I just think very weak. But my hatred's actually way more to St. Mary's than Gonzaga.
Yeah, I
Gonzaga actually performs in the tournament. St. Mary's, I'm sick of every year. Everyone falls in love with St. Mary's, and they get embarrassed every year. And then we keep like falling for the same thing. Gonzaga at least respect, like they win tournament games every year. So I'm like, they're actually good. They've proven it against other like good teams. They don't just go finally play an SEC team and get like just ran out of the gym. They actually can hang with like the power conferences.
Also, my Braden Huff thing is watched him 2 years ago or a year ago, and I was like, wow, this is my favorite college basketball player that's not in Dayton. And now, like, everyone's like starting to like Evan Mia loves him, Ken Palm loves him, so it's kind of my darling.
Yeah, so you like to suck them off.
What?
What?
Gonzaga?
I'm just kidding.
They're good. It's a good team to suck off. They always perform.
Slurp, slurp.
Yeah, I'll be on their cock all the time.
Wofford, Tennessee. It is like it's lower than 20, 18.5 Wofford. I hate these games. I really do. I hate the 215 is my least favorite.
I think it's everybody's.
116 is better than 215 in my opinion. I hate 215. I also hate Tennessee, so I would either take Wofford or nothing here.
Yeah, Wofford can shoot. They'll shoot a lot of threes. You're really just betting on like, is Wofford going to make their threes?
Yeah.
But like Tennessee plays good defense. Like they make it tough on you. This is a game I just feel I have no feel for.
Me neither. That's why
No
I'm
feel.
good on this one. What's this?
I guess I think if I had to take it, I would take Wofford. But like, you're fucking holding your nose and you're praying.
So from this next game on, it's a fantastic slate. From 7:10 to 10 o'clock at night, it's beautiful. Arkansas plus 5.5 against Kansas. I'm all over Kansas. I think that everyone's like, oh, Boogie Flan's back. And whenever you really want a matchup, whenever you want Pitino against Calipari, you're not going to get it. You're going to get Bill Self against him. I think that Kansas wins this game by like 8. I have Kansas minus 5.5.
This is the most yo-yo game. Like I've been just back and forth,
you
back
have
and
it
forth
all week.
because I wanted to. Arkansas has played so much better as of late. Kansas hasn't looked that good. Arkansas has looked very good the last like month and a half of the season, way better. So I want to like go with the momentum, but I trust Self and Kansas. But I feel like I don't want to fall for like the brand Kansas.
No.
Because I just don't think this is like they've obviously had much better teams the last like few years. And this team like I don't like Hunter's obviously really good. Like Zeke Mayo is great.
KJ's been around for a while. DeJuan Harris.
Yeah, Harris. He's a point guard
long.
I trust.
They have guys. It's just their bench. They don't have a bench is the problem. Like they need someone to step up. Like if AJ Stewart all of a sudden decided to be good, but like I don't know. I just think Kansas is the play. I
think
really
Arkansas is more athletic than they are too. That scares me a little bit. With
yeah, I could see that.
And like deeper,
KJ
like
Adams is like the most athletic guy in the world, but overall, I agree with you.
they got like Wagner, like Brazil. They got a few like John L. Davis is a good player.
Yeah,
I've actually been like slightly tilting towards Kansas today, but I haven't. I don't. This is one that this is gonna be like a late ad. If this is a game I feel like I have to play something. I will play something.
Yeah,
I don't know what yet.
Next game is Yale, Texas A&M. I'm on Yale plus 7.5. I don't know if they'll win outright, but I just think that they don't make mistakes, and I'm on Yale plus 7.5.
Good coach. He won a few times in the tournament. Obviously did last year. Has done it before that as well. They knocked up Baylor like a few years ago too. Yeah, I like their match. Like I said, I like the shooter. Point guards, I think Bing is like a big athletic kid. He got long arms. I think he could defend Wade Taylor. I think just too like Wade Taylor being such a like high volume guy. I think that's kind of like he's either gonna have a great day and they light it up, or he can easily have one of his classic like just poor like 30% from the field shooting days and they're in a dogfight. I'm on Yale. I bet Yale.
Yeah. Drake, Missouri. I'm on Missouri minus 6.5. I think that they are a little more underrated, Missouri. I think that they're physical. I think Drake is like is just a team that everyone's going to be on, and I like 6.5. I just think they're going to they match up kind of nice against Drake.
Yeah, I like Mizzou too. I mean, Drake
plays really slow, correct?
Yeah, I think that's a bad match. I think that's a bad thing for Missouri.
But Missouri kind of slows them down.
No, Missouri plays fast.
They do?
Like Drake is one of the slowest teams in the country.
I know they're the slowest team, like one of the slowest. I don't know. I mean, the over/under is 132.5. So
Mizzou doesn't play as fast as I thought. Their tempo is 145. Drake's 364 though.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think Missouri kind of slowed down Alabama, and that's why they they scored 120 points that game.
Yeah.
But like Missouri kind of. That's why I thought they matched up kind of well.
All right, Evan Williams, bold pick of the day. Drake money line plus 210.
Okay,
yeah, I do like them.
That's a good.
They're one. They're getting like one of the sexier. They're getting a ton of public action.
This segment is presented by Evan Williams. College basketball is here, which means there are no shortage of opportunities to celebrate big wins with Evan Williams bourbon. As we all know, Evan Williams bourbon is game day's #1 pour. From rivalry games to championship week, it's not anymore. It is March Mania right now. Next time you're rooting for a backdoor cover, take Evan Williams bourbon along for the ride. I did a video asking everyone their favorite drinks. Old Fashioned was a big one. And Evan and 7 is also great as well. Visit evanwilliams.com to find a bottle near you. And my Evan Williams bold pick today, yours is what?
It's Drake money line.
Is Drake money line. Mine will go with Yale plus 275 money line. That's my Evan Williams bold pick of the day. Ev, do you have one?
Yeah, I'll go Georgia. Georgia's my bold pick.
And that's
feel really good at plus 6.5. I think they're plus like 230 on the money line.
Love that. Yeah, I'd say I think it might be
go Bulldogs.
Next game is I love this fucking game. I love it. I love the next two actually. Utah State is plus 5.5 against UCLA. Give me UCLA minus 5.5. I love this UCLA team. I like this Mountain West is disaster in the tournament. Give me UCLA minus 5.5. Ev.
My guy Sniper has talked me into Utah State. So I'll tell what I like his thoughts in that and it's really with all three of them, but I'll say just this matchup specifically. The Mountain West teams are just much better offensively than they have been in the past. With they've been such like a rock fight conference, and then they go to these games and they just can't hang offensively. I think they're a lot better offensively. It scares the shit out of me because the Mountain West thing it's too real and the sample size is too big to just ignore.
Big sample size.
Like it's they're like 0-23 is like 10 seeds or lower. They're like 3-17 against the spread. Like it's not good. Yeah. But it's a new year, different team. So I'm plugging my nose. I'm taking
Also
Utah
didn't
State.
help that San Diego State got blown out by.
No, but again,
different team.
they were the team. They were the worst team of the group, which is rare for them. They're usually like the best Mountain West
Yeah.
team.
But it just didn't help the narrative.
No, not at all. It made it horrible. It was horrible for the narrative. But I've also the thing that I don't love this UCLA team.
Oh, I do.
I think you love them. I'm saying in general, you like
Ev.
they're just not that good.
Ev. I have them beating Tennessee next too.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Oh no.
I love them.
I don't like. Can they listen? If they just, I wouldn't be shocked at all if they just went and won by 1,000 today. But I don't know. I don't just going forward. I don't like. I think Tennessee smokes them.
That's why the bracket's the best.
I
We
don't
will
like
see.
UCLA.
It's not. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of their like makeup.
They've
Just
fucked
like-
me
Me
raw
against
so
them,
many times.
You know?
What's that?
Me against them.
I know.
No, it's not even you. It's UCLA's just fucked me raw like 5 times.
No, I
this year.
know. I'm not like gonna
Tennessee
fight.
has
They're-
too. So like that's like my.
I hate.
If that
I also
matchup, I just
hate Tennessee. I can't stand that team.
Last year they earned my respect.
No, they definitely did. But this year, Ziegler truly pisses me the fuck off. He tries. He sometimes takes the stupidest shots, and he's obviously good. Before I finish these, how do you feel about today? Like, are you gonna be? You think you'll be locked in when you get home? You think you'll be like tuning in, or you think you'll kind of like just have your night?
Tune in, tune out.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep track of the bracket. I mean, the cool thing about like for casuals like me and is that, and I know most people do like love this and get locked in. So they say it's the best weekend of the year.
It truly is.
Not so much for me, but that's all right. Everyone likes different things. But between the bracket, you know, the Reegs' thing we're doing, there's enough like other things that kind of, you know, flashing lights that catch my interest. I mean, the reason this is so popular is because everyone can fill out a bracket. You don't need to be a sports whiz. Anyone can fill out a bracket, and whether it be, you know, your wife, anybody, your husband, whoever it is, can fill out a bracket, and it's fun. And there's so many upsets where anyone can kind of be competitive in it. Like, I could win. I could win, even though you guys know way more than me. I could win the pool.
100%.
Yeah. No, 100%. That usually.
Oh, and then on top of it, bracket busters. So like tomorrow, I'll be super locked into that game. Like when Troy plays, I'll be locked in.
Yeah.
Clemmer's top 10 sports day of the year.
Top 10, not for me. But
Crazy, that's great.
Top 10?
We joke as we said.
I heard that on no,
This is
Frank said top 10, and that's a
no, not even
Name
close.
10.
I mean,
sports.
I would honestly. I know you guys will like think this is crazy. I know most people disagree with this.
Opening day, sure.
No, I would take an average baseball day over. I like baseball more than college basketball. Just like, but that I mean that's
Okay.
just what I prefer.
I think we need to get you
That's
deeper.
just contrarian.
We need to get you.
No, it's not. No, it's
It's
not
just deeper
contrary.
in
That's
other
how
sports.
I like baseball
question
more than
right
college
now.
basketball.
We need to open your sports.
Yeah.
I just don't like college sport. I
Let me
didn't
ask
grow
you
up with
a
it. I don't
question.
like it that much.
Seattle Mariners are
Yes.
playing the Kansas City Royals
Yes.
on May 4th
Okay.
against Tip.
But I'm also getting
12.
14 other baseball games.
You're getting 20. First day of March.
I understand, but I like
So you're
baseball
taking
more.
No, this is all you get. It's one game that day.
Well, that's not an average day.
I'm asking you a fucking. It's
Cubs
a
game the other
hypothetical.
I know.
Stop being fucking.
I'm not. I'm.
Answer the question.
I
Seattle
mean,
Mariners.
I would rather have this, I guess.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's close, but I mean,
That's so crazy.
but it's not. But it's not
close.
But if you
I love
Mariners, Tigers.
But
I like baseball way more than college basketball. It's not that crazy if you like one. Like I like the NBA more than college basketball. Like I would rather
That's
like last
all
night I was
fine.
watching more NBA than college basketball.
I'm be honest. I'm not the biggest college football guy. Like I'm not. But I'd rather watch the college football playoff than a Yankees game in May.
Like you asked the biggest days of the year for me. Like for me, like a Sunday in September or October when you're getting football and baseball regular season or worlds or playoffs, that's way better. And there's
That's
10 of those right there.
That's also not 10. It's 10 like days. That's not like.
That's 10 days, Marty.
No, it's not. You're not understanding the fucking
I
question.
guess I'm not.
You're not, because that's not 10 right there. It's like opening day would be one thing before sports days. So not like you don't get Saturday and Sunday of the divisional
I know.
round. It's the divisional
I'm getting
round.
8 Sundays though.
No, not that. Not that. It's like the
okay.
playoffs is one
Who cares?
thing. Yeah.
I don't know what you want me to say. Then yes, this is my. You
don't know
seem
why
like
you're
you want me
getting
to
angry,
say
bro.
because like you're changing.
angry about fucking nothing. We're talking about
you
we're
got-
asking a question.
You got.
fucking
Here's why I'm
understanding
getting
it.
angry because I explained my point and then you guys are like, oh, that's crazy. And I explained like why. It's like, well, that doesn't count. It's like, all right, well, I don't know. What do you want me to say?
No,
Then
because you're
yes, this
not
is the top 10
understanding the
day.
fucking question. You're saying that's 8 Sundays. That's not what the fucking question is.
You said days of the year. There's 365 days of the year. So you're telling me.
What were the days of? No one said days of the year actually at all.
But that's literally what you said.
It's like, okay, the Super Bowl is its own thing.
It's a day. Yes.
Okay, then you can get the NFL playoffs. The one is one thing, not all. But
That's not
every
at
day.
all what this hypothetical is. You're changing the rules of hypothetical. Yes.
It wasn't really like the way it's more said like when we said that the tank. Well, tank
Like
was
the
we kind of
Kentucky
said where do you
Derby,
rank it?
the
Tank
Super
said
Bowl,
Yes,
opening day,
that's what I'm
divisional
saying.
round, not like a Saturday in the summer. Which if that's how you want to take it and be like so literal about it, I guess you're right.
Yeah, that's what. You're
Literally,
doing.
what is the best day of the year?
it's like sports, but it's like sports like moments in the
and you're like,
days of the year.
So then
like,
I say it's not in my top 10. You guys say it's crazy. I give you 10 other
All-Star
days.
weekend for
You
baseball.
didn't give us 10 other days.
I did. I said there's 8 right there.
I don't know where your 8 came from.
well, he's
Every
just,
Sunday
he's
in
saying
Oc-
like
in
every
September,
Sunday.
that's just-
from
I-
September
I
to
get
December.
really. I get.
I'm not understanding the question.
Oh no, I do understand the question, Marty. You don't understand my answer. I get really.
But it's not just me. All
you
of them.
see-
No,
Dude,
you're not because you aren't listening to what I'm saying.
You're being like a little too literal with
I'm not. Listen. Shut the fuck up, everyone, and listen to what I'm saying, and stop telling me I'm wrong about my
We
opinion.
understand what you're saying. Very clear.
I get very excited for those Sundays.
You'd rather watch
Yes,
basically anything
that
but
is
watch Rounders.
not.
That's not necessarily true. I get
You said
very.
you'd rather watch a regular baseball game.
Once again, you're not letting me talk. All right, let me know how I feel. Tell me how I feel, and then let me know.
I just repeated what you
You
said.
didn't. You're not letting me talk.
I was trying to come in the
Talk,
middle.
and then
You asked me a question.
All right, talk. Go.
Okay. I get super excited for those Sundays in September and October. They are, to me, that is like sports heaven. I think it's great. You get either huge potential like playoff, on the brink of playoff
Implications.
baseballs, and then you're getting a full NFL slate, and then you're getting actual playoff baseball and a full NFL slate. And then on top of it, the last couple of Sundays in November, you're getting or October, you're getting the NBA starting. Like that to me is like sports heaven.
I'd like to now. Sure,
Do you see what they were saying,
I get
though?
that, but that's just not. That's not 8. That's 1. That's your one sports moment of like that's my.
Well, that's
favorite
not
time.
a day; it's a moment, I guess. But I don't think it is that way
what
either,
they're
though.
saying is like there's like NFL the NFL opening weekend.
I
Opening
understand
day,
what you're saying.
All-Star
Yeah, but so it's
weekend.
not-
Then you can't use the word days. Then
Oh my god.
I mean, you just can't, guys.
no,
Sorry,
that's-
like
no, you're just like you said. You're
Being an
being too
asshole.
literal.
I'm not being
That's
asshole.
an asshole.
No, yes,
thing.
you understand
understand the question, but you're saying
You keep explaining it, and you just keep saying no, like fuck you.
And say, why don't you guys
No,
say
it
it's
doesn't
one of the
matter.
best sports weekends?
Who cares? Answer the fucking question.
Speak normal. Just speak
Normal. You're the fucking.
You're the outlier.
The outlier.
You're the idiot, and you don't even know.
I'm not the idiot. I'm actually
you're the
using.
idiot.
I'm using words of.
Words. You took one literal thing, and now you understand what I'm saying.
It's one of the best sports days of the year. That's fine. End the show. That's fine. I don't give a fuck.
Wait, I don't. Come on.
Why are you getting really like
It's
that?
just that you can't even like entertain like.
It's really frustrating when you ask me a question. I answer the question. You guys tell me I'm wrong, and then tell me I don't understand the question
But
that
then
you
we-
literally just asked me.
But then
That's very frustrating.
Then we retell you it, and then you're still not answering it. That's what I'm saying. Like I understand where.
What are the parameters? What you want me to say,
I
Marty?
said it wrong. One second.
So there's
I'm
30 blocks of
Then
things.
you cut me off, and then you get mad when I cut you off. So like I'm saying, I understand I said the wrong thing. I apologize. I said the best sports days. I didn't mean to say days. I meant maybe moments. And then I explained that to you, and then you get angry that I said days before. I'm saying I understand I fucked up. Now say this.
So I get like the World Series is one thing.
Yes, not
Like the World Series, like
7
the
days.
day of the Super Bowl, like divisional round, like opening day of college football, opening day of NFL.
That's the top.
I don't know.
Opening day baseball would be one.
I don't know.
World Series, I'll give
I
you.
don't. Like I said, to be honest with you, like I don't really understand the parameters because for me, and I mean this with all sincerity, like a summer day where I'm going to the Mets game and then I get like West Coast games that night. That to me is a great day.
Yeah, and I think it's
So it's hard for me to understand these
Masters,
parameters.
there you go,
These are
like
like-
shit like
Sure.
that. Yes.
I guess I just don't. I understand that.
Hey, there's baseball.
There's baseball. Kentucky
Every day, sure.
Like I don't care about that. Super Bowl Sunday, that's great.
But there are examples of like New Year's Day has like sometimes there's NFL, it has like college football.
But what is this called? First Thursday of March Madness. So you don't get the whole thing. You just get this Thursday. Why is today better than tomorrow?
It's like the opening day, like the start of like first full college football Saturday, like the first.
Those, by the way, all seemed like days to me. Those were not moments, by the way. I will say everything you sent in that sheet.
One was World Series.
I promise you, I
didn't
do
see
not
that one.
care. I was just trying to like.
I think like I think
It's what is when we said it, like the Tank got it instantly.
Watch the Tank. The Tank also no, that's not. I don't know. That's true because Tank only said days, by the way. I believe.
But he said divisional round was one.
Okay.
He chose divisional round. That was one of his.
Then Tank understands it better than me. I don't know what you want to say. I like different things than you guys like.
Yeah. No,
crazy. I know.
No, that's fine. That's
crazy.
fine.
Okay to say it's crazy.
I
think it's okay to say
I don't think
it's
they're
crazy.
mad that you don't like the first Thursday of March Madness.
Yeah.
I think they're mad that you didn't understand what they were trying to display as the question, which you also did not get, and they did not. They did a poor job framing it.
Yeah,
I think we had the show on a good note. I mean, you just don't.
I don't care. I don't. I get it. I get annoyed. What do I tell you?
We know you.
All I hear is it's the best day, best day, best day, best day. Okay, I don't think it's the best day. Oh!
Well, I mean,
all right. Sorry.
But you have to understand that
I like different things.
Yeah, but you like different things. That's okay. I don't get.
I don't see. This is.
But you can also.
People are fucking weird. I don't.
Why are we weird?
Because like I love a random July Sunday where I said I can go to the Mets game during the day and I go home and watch, or especially a Saturday where you get like West Coast games tonight. I don't expect other people to like that. I don't care if they do.
Yes, but that's like this is like a universally like thing, right? I think it's okay to say you're crazy, but that is just you. What we could have ended there, but you're saying I don't. You're like it's crazy that people have to say this is the best day. It's all like you're very wrong on that. Not wrong. You're just on a very different side than everybody. In the world.
Said that from my initial thing. I'm like, I get that I'm in the minority here. I know people love today. That's great, and I'm happy for them.
The most mad I'm at is how literal you are. You can't answer hypotheticals.
I can if they're framed right.
No, you can't.
You literally asked me the best day. I give you days. That's not right.
No, I actually gave you a hypothetical, and you said that would never happen.
What's the hypothetical?
When I said it was just the Mariners and the Royals against this, and you said, well, that
wouldn't happen. So
that's a hypothetical.
I understand. Well, no, hypotheticals can be based in reality. You could say a hypothetical Sunday where you no, that's
hypotheticals are made up.
That's not necessarily true. Hypotheticals are potential. That's not true, Marty. Hypothetical is based on potential, not imaginary. You just don't. The problem is, Marty, too, like you don't read books. Why are we doing this? All right, Phil.
That's the problem.
That's it.
Hey, Phil, fuck you.
Marty is an idiot.
Yep, here we go.
Marty doesn't read books, so you can't say hypothetical. It's
because you got mad how I defined hypothetical.
Hypothetical can also be based off of something that's not reality. That's just
Sure.
So what? So I don't read books. So now I don't know what hypothetical means.
Do you like?
That's
UC
what I was right about that.
I think hypothetical has to live in the world of possibility.
Your hypothetical does. Hypotheticals don't have to. Your hypotheticals, you think that. Hypothetically, I can do whatever I want with hypotheticals.
I guess you can.
That is
UC
just
San
what it
Diego or
is.
Michigan?
Michigan.
Okay.
I love Michigan.
There's 2 more games. You got 3 to 12. I just wanted to.
Michigan.
I'd love for someone to do that close up of Meek sometime. Because Meek loves
the bird.
It's a bird. Meek loves doing that shit.
Creighton,
you do that
the
to
Blue
him.
Jay. That's a sign. Blue Jay.
That is a great sign.
You do that to Meek though, and he'd flip out.
Even though it's not a Blue Jay, it's just a blue bird. But
I'll give
I
Meek
would not
credit. He dishes it, but he can take it.
Meek can take it. Meek
That
can
is not true.
Okay.
No. Hold on.
That is so. Are you fucking kidding me? He'll put an asterisk in the word Braves. What the fuck are you talking about?
But that's it. I think that's a joke.
I think I fucked.
Oh no. He admitted on the show he does it so Braves fans can't fucking bust his balls.
No. So this is where Meek
He
can't
just said
take
yes.
it.
No.
Meek can take it like face to face though.
All right.
You can I think you can smoke Meek to his face and he's not 2 minutes later he's like over.
Oh, that's true.
You are.
But
right.
I agree with you. Like he says, like he won't tweet pics because people will be mean to him.
Yes.
That he can't take it. I
He can't
agree.
handle that. He can't handle when you say something about the Mets. He gets really personal for no reason to me with the Mets.
And then Meek also doing a close-up is so fortunate because Meek likes the same things I like. Like, Meek would probably agree that a lot of baseball days are better than today.
I think Meek's a hard.
I'd say
he thinks March Madness.
The first.
Oh, yeah, no. He definitely likes it more than I do, for sure.
The first day of all the divisionals like series, I'd put over March Madness.
Me too.
That's about kind of a
Interesting.
baseball guy. That's all.
Because the playoffs are starting and everything. I'm with you.
What else we got?
Anyway,
The hardcore
my
baseball
guess-
guys are always a little oddballs, but I appreciate you guys.
That's true.
Yeah,
So are the hardcore, like, people who are only into, like, college basketball are a little bit odd. But anyone who's, like, really into one thing is odd.
Fair. I would agree with
if
that.
If you only
No,
care
there's some
about,
freaks in college
if you
basketball.
only care
I
about
agree with
college
that for
basketball,
sure.
you're a freak.
You're a weirdo.
I think
yeah.
that's.
Same with baseball.
If you're only into one sport and not the others, that freaks me out too.
I agree because
Sport.
to
If
me
you're
they've
just
always
in
kind of
the
been.
NFL and nothing else. I think you're a freak. There's other sports that are not like, and usually those guys like Clemmer kind of, but you also like NFL. But like you look down upon other sports when you love one so much.
Did you guys watch that name show a little bit today? Like how Kirk was saying how like March Madness just wasn't a big thing for us growing up. It really wasn't. Like
I don't know what is that like? We didn't really have like teams as well.
Yeah, so like me and Marty are
no
Northeast
team.
guys too.
I know.
Well, Northeast isn't where college basketball. Like a lot of people say to me, they're fascinated how I got so into college football as a New York guy.
Yeah.
That's harder to
That's
me.
But I just my parents, my dad and grandpa were huge gamblers.
That's different. Like,
and they loved college and they loved college football. They loved betting it. Like
everyone goes to the Big East schools, like from the Northeast.
yeah, just
That's
like
what
New
it's
York doesn't.
Yeah, but, like
St.
I grew up around a
John's-
ton of Syracuse fans, like UConn fans, even too some. More Syracuse.
I mean, I don't know how else to say. Like, it just wasn't covered a lot in like local, the newspapers or local news or whatever.
Like BC was good back in the day. They're obviously not right now, but
UConn.
Oh, like Doug Flutie. That was before my.
no,
time.
I'm saying even like basketball, they were a lot
They
better.
were in the Big
Oh,
East.
I mean, like the only
Like in like the 80s, they were like
honestly,
better.
the only team
70s,
I
think they were
remember in
better.
my childhood that was local that was good was UMass with Marcus Camby. That team had people actually excited.
Because like
Oh, Perry.
the BC team that got caught up in like the point shaving.
That was way before my time.
That was like they were like
was
pretty
before
they were
your
like
time?
pretty good then.
I think so. Wasn't it?
Was it? Well, I thought it was
I don't know.
70s.
You
Yeah, I was
confuse
born
me
in
sometimes.
'79. How old do you think I am?
Still, but I'm saying but it was like around that. Like I'm saying just around you. You know what I mean? Like it was like they were good. Like in your childhood, they were a pretty good team.
And no one talked about. Everyone talked about pro teams. Yeah, like you put on like sports radio.
Because I can
No
see
one
like
talked about
even like
college.
Providence isn't like crazy fall. Like they're like a lot of like New England teams were like pretty good college basketball programs.
I think the Northeast with college basketball resonates a lot more. Like people
Sure.
can't believe how big of like nutheads like college basketball Northeast fans are.
I don't know. You put on EEI, or you put on like the Sports Hub. No one's talking college sports.
Sure.
Well, I mean,
but that
Boston's also
makes
a pro
more
sports
sense.
town.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
That's like I'm like the fan. Like they're not. I'm sure. I bet right
Yeah.
now they're talking to little Johnnies. Like they never talked. Like
Right. Same thing.
Like Francesa wasn't talking. He did
No.
talk some, but like tournament. Like
Very little.
He wasn't talking a ton of like day to day.
And that's when you grow up with that. It's just harder to like break through. Like it's harder to.
I was raised by
You guys
I
like-
was raised
yeah.
by gamblers.
How
That's
did you
really
get into
why I
college
was-
basketball,
Do
Marty.
you like
My,
Texas Tech or UNCW?
My grandpa was just a huge Duke fan, and JJ Redick was like everything to me.
Okay.
So that's kind of just how I got. But then my friends were all like, my friend's a huge UNC fan, so we'd fight about shit. A lot of I don't know. I think just gambling. My friends gambled. My family never gambled. My brother showed me, but then I don't know. College football though, I never really got into. My brother was a huge Notre Dame fan. That's just like what Long Island does, and I don't know. What's the last game?
UNCW, Texas Tech.
I have no idea what
I like
you guys
UNCW.
This one I don't have a feel either. I really like this Texas Tech team. I watched UNC Wilmington play a few times. I think they're decent. That conference always gives me a little I don't know how good they actually are.
It's a big spread.
It's 14.5.
Yeah, I got it at 15.
I'll probably I just tweet out all my plays to make sure they got out before like the first tip. I might add a few more later because I haven't locked in anything at St. John's Omaha yet.
Same. I'm thinking about that one. The Omaha.
I've seen Omaha getting some love.
Yeah, I think St. John's might just squish them too. Why not?
I rode St. John's. I actually faded them in the championship game, which burned me, but I rode them for like pretty much the whole Big East tournament, which worked out well, and like a lot of their end of the season. They just make it so tough on people to score. Like, cause we've talked about a few times, like they don't need to light it up to just beat the shit out of a team.
And this is nothing against Duke. Duke is one of the best defensive teams in the country. But there's a style of defense that St. John's and Houston play that noticeably get people uncomfortable.
Because all their guards are just fucking in
I
there.
ask a question.
They're
What's the
just on
difference,
you.
like when you say that? Because I will say I know you say no offense, and they are, but it infuriates me when you say
Like
that. So what is
Malik Brown and Cooper Flagg are people that noticeably get people.
But like,
off
what
their guard.
about Con Knuckle? Like he's in your face the entire time.
He is, but it's a different type of intent. Like Houston's style of defense is like they will Like St. John's' rotation, they rotate with like a purpose. They rotate and they get up in your grill. Houston doubles the ball. Like once you try to pick on them, they'll double immediately and they'll make you force the bad pass for a turnover.
but,
Duke does not play that style of
St.
defense.
John's switches everything.
Right.
What's the difference do you think they play?
Here, I think the difference I see is we're talking about like the switches and all. Like for example, St. John's, they have 3 guards that all like are from Lewis, Richmond, Smith. And then they have a guy like Zuby, who's a big man, who literally they will switch on a point guard, no problem. And I think that's like where they just have everyone can guard in the perimeter, and they all can even guard like in the post. Like they all just are on top of you. I think that they're just swarming.
Duke individually, defensively, is amazing. It's
They're
almost
just long too.
Well, yeah, like
You guys have bigger like Flag and
they
Brown are like
present-
bigger, longer guys.
They present problems and individually one-on-ones. Like they'll own their matchups and they'll win. It's just I don't really know how to say. It's more of like an eye test thing for me than anything. It's nothing against Duke. Duke's style of defense
No,
will
listen,
probably
we
win.
talked it out because I told you it infuriates me, but I understand it now.
Yeah, and honestly, like Duke's length is like their biggest plus.
You guys are more lengthy. Like the St. John's are more just like just in your kitchen all day. You guys just have crates. Like you guys are coming from out of nowhere and swatting shit into the bleachers. They're just like a fucking pest on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we end the show?
Yeah, let's end the show. Thanks to Clemmer for getting.
I took San Diego out of a Michigan hate.
You really
I love
got
San Diego.
angry
Hating
at
Gray's
that.
gonna.
I was just annoyed. You asked me a question, I answered it, and it's not good enough. Very frustrating.
All right, that's the show. Good luck, everyone. Best day ever.